YouTube, Goddess Lily. So as you can see, this is the ponytail that I have just made. I just completed it, but I ran out of hair. I bought 10 of the hand tie strips that I showed you in the last video, and I totally made the cap. It's all machine sewn. You can see the inside. It's all machine sewn. And actually, look at the very top of that. So you can see how flat this ribbon is. So, and I'm going to show you. So if I go like this, so because the tracks are, they're hand tie tracks, it's going to lay very, 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 very micro. Now, you can kind of get a look at how, you know, narrow it is, meaning it's not wide. It's not even as wide as a half wig. But how I like to wear my ponytails, I like my ponytails to stop like right here. So what I do is I gel all my hair up into a ponytail, you know, and then I go ahead and I just put this over it. So it's kind of like, you know, really bushy, and all my hair is gelled back. Sort of like the photo on my home page. That's a ponytail that I made. So what I want to show you is the things that I use to make this. So I use a weaving net, and as you can see, this weaving net costs $1.99. So basically, one weaving net is all you need, and you are going to want to double it. I always recommend doubling the net just for support. So when you open it up, basically it's this size. So it's already folded, so you just want to leave it folded, but it's not going to be even. So you're going to have to, you know, make it even. And it's very simple to make it. If you don't have a mold of your head, this is a mold of my head. There is a lot of YouTube, or there are a few YouTube videos that shows you how to make a mold of your head. And you basically, if you're making your own lace wigs, this is what you want to create for yourself. You make that according to the YouTube video, and then you stuff it. Most people stuff theirs with cotton, but cotton to me collapsed too bad, so I stuff mine with sanitary napkins because it's not gonna, it's kind of hard for the pins to stick through it, but you need a little hammer. But it's not going to collapse, and it's going to just stay and keep the shape of your head. I've had this mold for, I made this in 2010, so I've had it for 2 years now. The only thing I had to do is replace the pins with, you know, little flathead pins so they won't really stick into the lace. So anyway, I have some markings on here like this. This would be a frontal. I'm sorry, this marking, this red marking, would be a fall. I would stop a fall here because a fall you want at least 1 inch of your hair out to wear over the fall. This black marking from here to the edge is 5 inches. So this is a full frontal. If I make myself a wig and I use a full frontal, like the wig that I'm making, from here, there is lace. So I pin the lace flat against this. This is my forehead. And then I pull it up and I add the darts in the back. And then I add the black net in the back. So from here to here this is my nap right here. This is where I laid the netting. So I pinned it, and so this is how I created my little ponytail. So my ponytail basically is from here to here. So I'm going to show you. I don't have any pins to hold it in place, but I'm basically going to put it on. So it's there. And you can't really see, let's see, you can't really see the back of it, but trust me, it's the exact size of that black. It goes right from that line to the bottom, to the nap. So that is my ponytail. So I pinned it round. Now, how you want to pin your net down, you pin your net down with pins, but this is the ribbon you want to use. This ribbon I get downtown LA in our garment district, and it's not your typical ribbon. This ribbon, if you look at it really, really closely, it's a fold. It's called fold elastic, and this is 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and it also comes in 1/2 inch. So if you're looking for fold elastic online, it's super thin. This is the type of elastic you want to use as a foundation on any wigs you make. And I have another type of elastic. Let's see, I have actually two more. I have various things. This is a regular type elastic. So I'll show you the thickness. This is the kind that you can find this type of elastic in any store, like Walmart, any fabric store. But if you look at the density, the thickness between the fold elastic and this elastic and the regular, this elastic, it's very, very thick. So you're going to always have some type of, imagine sewing the track over this, and this is what I used to use before I started making lace fronts. I would make my half wigs, and it would stop here. So I would have this elastic and then have the track sewn on it. So I always had like that little hump. It would never really totally, I couldn't lay it flat, like wear it flat in the ponytail. I always had to wear it up to cover that little hump. So when I figured out about this elastic, when I saw this elastic, I was, buying supplies. I normally buy the big giant spools of thread, and that's what I go downtown LA to the garment district, to the fabric district for. And then of course down there they have trim stores, which carries all kinds of trim. Anything you need, you can find. So I was looking at different types of elastic, and I saw the fold elastic. Now this fold elastic comes in all colors, and this is normally what you see on bras, swimsuits, underwear. This is the type of elastic they use because it folds right in the middle and it covers the edge of the fabric. So this is basically what that's used for. But I am using it and have been using it for all my wigs for the last year, and I love it. So I've been using it as a foundation, and once I lay the track on there, so machine sew the track across the edge, it is going to be so flat. And then the combs. These are the combs. You can get these combs from His and Hers, and they can be cut. I normally cut the combs. You need a wire cutter to cut them, and then you just bend the end back. You bend the ends, tuck the ends in after you cut it. So they come in a long strip like this, probably like $5 for a strip like this. I can either just sew that comb in here like this, one big strip, and it'll look like that. Or I can cut it. I can cut it in like every 6 prongs. I can cut it and then just place it randomly, and that's probably what I'm going to do, because I never like to have a comb right here. I normally put one here, one here. I leave the front totally spaceless, so it'll be flat. This is another type of cord This has no stretch to it, and it's micro thin. It's like an inch thin, and of course, you know, you get like 5,000 yards when you buy the whole roll. So, I'm gonna run down the his and hers and pick up, I think I'm gonna buy 3 more pieces of hair, because they're pieces, so of course they come this long, and they're hand tied and you can't cut them. So the ends, I don't know if you can tell the ends, when you get to the end, you have to fold it and then just continue the seam.